Now let us see what else we may gather from these premises. Hey there, lady. There.
I need you to tell me what you know about the woods.
They're evil. That's all I can say. Some nights I sit out on the porch and I swear the trees themselves are watching me. Other times I hear sounds like Robin playing when I know she's asleep, or the sounds of people throwing rocks. That's the worst, as if the trees are trying to trick you into going out there. Why don't you go out back and try out Jimmy's guns? They haven't been fired in a while, and you really ought to get a feel for them. Jimmy had him a nice little firing range on the back fence. Just some cans and things, but at least something to shoot at and test the sights.
What about Robin? Why didn't you stop her?
Oh, you can't stop that girl from anything once she puts her mind to it. She goes where she wants, and those woods seem to talk to her like she speaks their language. But now they've finally taken her, tricked her, and I need you to go find her. Talking ain't going to do us a damn bit of good now. You need to get yourself ready and go find her. Quit pestering me while I'm cooking. You've got things to do before you leave.
Talk to people until they get annoyed with you. Just like an adventure game. And you may remember that Robin Weaver, we met her in the first game. She was that strange old lady who lived in the woods, just a bit outside the town. And here we have that cross we used in the dream. It worked in a dream, so I guess it'll come in handy if we come across Freddy Krueger. Okay, and I think this is out back. But certainly not here. Okay, now where's that firing range? I don't see it. And he doesn't want to take out the gun, or even the cross, as it's classified a weapon. Can we go upstairs? Nope. It's no, it's not jammed. It's probably just locked. And we have no keys. Oh no. Hey there. Maybe the owls are what they seem. Probably not. Oh yeah. And, cow goes moo. Well, there's some cans. But he doesn't want to use the weapons here. So I don't know. Hey, so this sparkly stuff I saw before was ammunition? I guess so. Haha, okay. There we go. And as you can see, in this game we do not get an ectoplasmic side, as they called it in Nocturne, which basically was just a hand-wave explanation for laser sights in around 1930. Must have been a load-bearing tin can.
October 23rd, 1863. Dearest Anne, my orders finally came in after sitting in that damnable hospital in Washington, D.C. ever since Gettysburg. They're sending me to a supply unit in central Maryland, where I expect to see mercifully little fighting. It will be a nice change of pace overseeing supplies of shoes and uniforms after all the fighting I've seen this year. My new commanding officer is a Major Thomas Belling, who is reported to be a very good man. The countryside here is beautiful, though the leaves have already fallen from the trees in anticipation of a long, harsh winter. I've stopped near a local farm to take in the brisk autumn air and write this entry. I intend to keep this journal during my stay here and send it off to you when I have filled it. At the rate I've been writing in it, I suspect I will be sending it off to you very soon. I miss you terribly and cannot wait for this savage war to end so that I can return and finally marry you as I promised so long ago.
Flashback. I was wondering when exactly the game takes place. Well, this is obviously 1863, and what guns? Okay, I have, I guess, the ammunition, and I have a couple of those Twana sticks for some reason. Okay, but I mean that so-called present-day bits obviously take part later. Grandma said she was dressing wounds in the war. Might have been some other war, but she also said that the revolver was something Jimmy bought in 81. So that is... Whoa! Place about 20 years later, if not more. And where did that shot come from? Hello. Sure, just kill them all. And I cannot take that. Oh! I cannot take their rifles. And... okay. Uh-huh. I'm not sure what that was all about. Oh yeah, but there's no laser sight thingy, but we do get a teeny tiny crosshair, which can really easily get lost in the scenery. Okay, do I go here?
The rebels are back the other way.
I guess not. So where art thou, oh grey-coated people? Ah, I see one there in the distance. Hey, get back here! I have to kill everyone before I'm allowed to leave this part of the game.
He must have been trying to steal food. I'd better report this in town.
He seemed to have dropped something sparkly. But here again. Oh, I can move now. Not that it does me much good. And... heard about those flash...
Lazarus, are you all right? Are you okay? Looked like you were in a different world just now.
I was remembering something. I could remember being a soldier. I remember... I don't know. It's all so fuzzy.
Maybe you should come in and lie down for a minute.
Thank you. I think I'll be fine now. I want to get going as soon as possible and find your granddaughter. I don't know why, but somehow I think she's the key to recovering my memory.
There's a young fellow in town named Peter Durant. He runs the Burkittsville Historical Society, and he can tell you anything you need to know about the local area. It's at the edge of town. If you follow the road from the farm, you'll pass right by it. But that's also where the search party's meeting. I think you should stay away from them.
If they're looking for Robin, why shouldn't I just go with them?
I told you. Those men, their hearts are in the right place, but they're heading to their deaths. Don't know why, but I feel it right down to my bones. You mind what I'm saying. If you go with those men, you'll be going to meet your death too.
All right. I can move faster on my own anyway. I'll start with this Peter Durant character. Anything else you want to tell me?
I made you some victuals, but I think it's better if you just take them with you. I'll go get them, and then you need to get going.
Okay, yeah, I didn't keep those sticks from the flashback. It would have been a bit strange if I actually did. So, yeah, this game has flashbacks. Better get used to them. Frankly, there's far too many of them and they are far too short. Some condensing would have been in order there. It's pretty disruptive when you get those... I don't know, but maybe. Now every few minutes you get a flashback and just a few minutes there and it gets back. A few minutes later there's a flashback. The cow goes moo and... Was there anything? Aha! Yeah, doesn't everybody store their bullets in the barn? I know I would if I had a barn and bullets.
No.
I guess that's all there is to gather around here. And I am quite disappointed you cannot interact with the cows. Can I talk to you some more?
Please, stop wandering around here and find my granddaughter.
Hey, what about that food you were going to make me? Excuse me? Well, that was not camera angle. The ambient noise kinda sounds like there's a big fire going on somewhere nearby. To the town. Well, what? That does not look like a nice doggy. Okay, let me check the... I guess now you can see it is just checking the control options. Huh. Looks like there is no key to manually reload the revolver. Whoa. Unfortunately, it looks like these go down in one hit. And... do they really need to go through all these hellhounds when they need to visit the town every time? So what's down this road?
I don't need to go back that way.
Okay. Ah, search party. Now you may remember also from the first game that the historical society guy was also there. So let's see how he's in his young days. I guess he survives this at least.
This him?
Afternoon. You the gentleman staying out at the Weaver place? I'm Peter Durant. We heard you might be coming to town. You feeling better?
Much better. Thanks.
So this is the man everyone's been talking about. I figure he might be a good place to start, being a stranger and all.
Gentlemen, let's be a little more accommodating. This man is a guest of Mrs. Weaver, and we should show him the same respect that she does.
Well, maybe it'd be a good idea for Mr. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
I didn't mention it, but you can call me Lazarus.
Well, as I was saying, maybe it'd be a good idea for Mr. Lazarus to join us in the search. We know these woods better than anybody, and there's no sense having two people lost out there.
Yeah, we'll know right where you are when we have to come find you.
I appreciate your concern, gentlemen. I didn't have anything to do with Robin's disappearance, and I want to find her just as much as you do. I made Mrs. Weaver a promise that I would. Thanks for the offer, but I'm going to look for her by myself.
Mr. Lazarus, I'm Parson Vance. I take care of the spiritual needs of this town. When all this unpleasantness is over, I'd like to meet with you and tell you about our church.
You don't look so good, mister.
Why don't you come in and sit down? You boys go ahead and start the search. I'll take care of Mr. Lazarus and send him along when he's ready.
All right, Peter. Come on, boys. I want to get out there before dark. I don't want that poor little girl to have to spend another night out there.
Listen, friend, don't mind what the men are saying. Tensions are running a little high around here since Robin disappeared. There's always been talk of the woods being haunted. Robin disappearing just brought all those legends back to the surface. There's even a legend about a witch out there. But even a silly superstition can add fuel to the fire. Oh my. You don't look so good.
I'll be fine. I just need a minute. A minute to...
Let me guess, another flashback? Yeah.
October 24th, 1863. Dearest Anne, I encountered a rebel forager yesterday, which was quite a shock being so far behind the banks of the Potomac. I'm sorry to say that the man opened fire upon me, and it was my duty to kill him. I have arrived in the town of Burkittsville, Maryland, which is where my company is currently quartered. I have not yet met my new commanding officer, as he is a busy man, but I am waiting to report to him now, which has given me a moment to jot down these words.
Come in, Lieutenant.
See what I said about this game jumping back and forth with the flashbacks way too often? Also, in the first game, the frame rate went down, stuttered quite a bit when there were as many people in one location as with that search party. I read that for these sequels they tweaked the engine so that it can handle that. Kinda makes me wonder if it was somehow possible to grab the resource files from the first game and run them with the updated engine.